Third ko lang. Okay, so green IT and sustainable information system. It aims to reduce the environmental impact of technology used while promoting efficient, ethical, and responsible computing. Green IT involves practicing such as minimizing energy consumption, extending the life of hardware, and using eco-friendly devices and infrastructure. For example, companies like Google and Apple have committed to running their data centers on 100% renewable energy, significantly reducing their carbon footprint while maintaining reliable digital services. On a smaller scale, schools and offices can adopt green IT by enabling power saving settings, recycling old devices properly, and choosing energy efficient computers. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead.
Morning, sir. Morning, classmates. So for the Green IT and Sustainable Information Systems, this focuses on reducing the environmental impact of information technology while promoting efficiency and sustainability. Green IT involves practices like energy efficient computing, responsible e-waste disposal, and eco-friendly hardware design. Sustainable information systems ensure that IT infrastructure supports long-term environmental and economic goals, such as reducing carbon footprints and optimizing resource use. So, TLDR, Green IT, like any other green initiative, focuses on the three R's. This is reduce, recycle, and reuse. So the order of importance is like this. It's always better to reduce than to reuse, and it's better to reuse than to recycle. So let's start with the reduce. Green IT focuses both on reduction of carbon footprint and reduction of energy and resource consumption, with the latter eventually leading to the prior, meaning reduction of energy and resource consumption actually reduces the carbon footprint of any company or even any organization. So how does company do this? Companies do this by energy efficient data centers. So meaning they employ this, and then this actually shifts the sources of energy from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources like solar, hydro, and wind power. And those types of energies actually have almost zero carbon emissions. We also deploy energy efficient servers and equipments to minimize consumption. So through the years, we actually develop more and more efficient chips to be used in our information technology systems. Next, we have cloud computing and virtualization. This moves workloads to the cloud services. As mentioned before, this is highly efficient and is actually cost effective most of the times. So moving workloads to the cloud services that operates on greener infrastructure, again, most of these infrastructures or most of these cloud computing and virtualization providers actually employ energy efficient data centers. These are the Amazons, these are the Googles, and other providers of cloud computing. Next, we have sustainable hardware practices. Manufacturing computers, devices, and packaging with eco-friendly materials that have minimal environmental impact. It also has a way of designing hardware, as I have mentioned before, that through the years, we actually develop chips that are more energy efficient, therefore requiring less energy for the same job. And then next, we have remote work. This is actually a byproduct, and it was actually spearheaded during the pandemic times. Remote work actually encouraged people to stay at home, therefore reducing commuting emissions. Every time we commute, we actually use energy through the use of fossil fuels, or in the recent development right now in transportation technology, we use electric vehicles. Although more efficient, but still, they still use energy to function. So next, we have green software development. This involves writing efficient energy-saving code that actually optimizes processing power. So this goes hand in hand with the energy-efficient hardware. So if you don't need the computing power, an energy-efficient code actually puts that software into power-saving mode. So therefore, saving us power. So as you can see, the slide utilized minimal graphics. Actually, this is a note for myself. As you can see, my slide is actually utilizing minimal graphics. The reason for that is actually it consumes less energy during rendering compared to a heavily graphic presentation, like yung kay Miss Yvonne kanina, madaming picture. So this one is actually more energy efficient, but since na-mention ko kanina na yung modern chips natin are actually highly efficient already, this energy saving becomes relatively insignificant on its own. Although kung i-adapt ng buong bansa siguro or buong mundo, syempre may makakatulong pa din. Meron pa din siyang energy saving, pero at the same time, due to the efficiency and optimization of our current chips, halos negligible na yung savings na makukuha mo dito. So next, we have high-profile examples of these types of this type of way to go green, which is yung reduce. One example of this will be yung Intel Atom chips natin, which is actually, although a little bit weaker, pero kasi hindi naman lahat kailangan maging sobrang lakas ng computing power. So, doon nag-excel yung Atom chips ng Intel. So, efficiency, although hindi nila kayang mag-perform ng todo performance. So, if we want to put it into the extreme, papasok yung mga ARM chips. These are mobile chips, definitely more optimized and more power efficient than yung Intel Atom chips natin or yung mga processor chips natin sa computer natin na malalaki, kahit yung mga laptops. Actually, the trend now is actually using mobile chips even dun sa laptops natin. Hindi na computer desktop grade chips yung ginagamit. So, another example is Google's renewable energy powered data center. Ito yung sinasabi ni Doc din kanina na yung mga big companies actually employ using renewable energy to minimize their carbon footprint. Actually, Google does this and so does Microsoft. Microsoft actually has internally, may fines sila, although syempre binabayad lang din nila yun sa sarili nila. Kapag depende yung fine sa carbon footprint ng bawat department nila sa Microsoft. So, moving forward to the next R, we have reuse. Reusing information or IT refers to the practice of repurposing existing hardware, software, or data to maximize efficiency, reduce waste, and extend the life cycle of the IT resource. This approach minimizes environmental impact and lowers cost by reducing the need for new materials. IT reuses includes refurbishing old computers, repurposing software code, and utilizing cloud-based shared and resources to create sustainable and energy efficient system. So, how do we do this? One, as mentioned earlier, we can refurbish or repurpose old computers and servers. We can also use their parts on other systems to do a new purpose or actually to just serve a new user. So it's either a new user or a new purpose but it's still the same product. So next, we have cloud virtualization technologies. Virtual machines allows multiple users to share computing resources, repurposing the computer resource depending on the demand of each user instead of allocating each user a different resource that he may never use. Ibig sabihin, since pwede mong i-repurpose yung computing power or yung computer resource para sa ibang tao, halos nagagamit mo more efficiently yung resources mo. I mean, resources ng computer. This could be the CPU, the RAM, the storage, or the display capability of the computer. So, if one user needs more of it, we can just repurpose it to give it to that user. So that's how cloud and virtualization technologies work. It's actually just sharing a computer with other users, and the share will depend on how much you need. Next, we have software usability. We have open source frameworks that enables companies to build upon existing solutions, therefore conserving resources otherwise needed to create a new one. So, this can be yung mga bootstrap natin. I'm not really sure kung medyo familiar kayo, pero yung open source networks are actually are frameworks that are used to create something new, pero hindi mo na kailangan gumawa ng base. So, yon. Another one will be modular software design. It allows code to be reused across different applications. So in my case, having developed half of the system used in our clinic, I streamlined the user authentication by using the same code base for both appointment and inventory system. Meaning, yung pag-authenticate ng user is actually the same code. Although different system sila, pero same code since parehas din naman yung kailangan mong gawin doon. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng software reusability. It's actually medyo foreign concept mostly sa atin kasi yung reusing sa atin almost always entails using something physical, pero it also works in software. So for the last R, recycling in information technology involves reclaiming electronic components and hardware to reduce waste and lessen environmental impact. Unlike reuse, recycling processes e-waste, transforming discarded materials into new products. So, if we compare and contrast, recycling and reuse, parang synonymous sila, but it's actually a bit or slightly different. Recycling creates new products from the waste products that we can no longer reuse. Reusing it means you're just going to reuse it as it is. You're not going to transform the product. So, as an example for recycling, we have Apple's Daisy robot. I'm not sure if anyone is actually familiar with it within this group, since most probably hindi tayo masyadong dito sa manufacturing and technology kasi ito. So, pero sa amin, when this was actually automated, bigyan ko pala muna ng ano. Apple's Daisy robot is actually developed by Apple as a robot designed to assemble iPhones or disassemble iPhones and recover valuable materials for reuse. This includes aluminum, silicon, and rare metals. The recovered materials are then broken down and then used to create new Apple products. Kung mapapansin nyo yan, merong campaign si Apple na parang yung new MacBook nila actually incorporates recycled aluminum. So, isa to sa pinagkukuhanan ng recycled aluminum na ginagamit ni Apple dun sa sarili nilang products. Again, it is broken down, unlike na yung i-reuse mo lang basta, this is broken down and then made into a new Apple product. So, yun siya. We also have recycled packaging. Medyo trend siya ngayon. Many companies use recycled materials in their packaging to reduce waste and promote sustainability. Apple, Samsung, Google, and even Microsoft incorporate recycled papers, plastic, and aluminum to minimize their environmental impact. I'm sure everyone has already experienced this trend. Sino sa inyo yung nami-miss na yung styrofoam na pinalitan ngayon ng mga parang matitigas na recycled paper na parang carton na brown, na parang composite? So yun siya. By using those instead of actually plastics and styrofoams, it helps in reducing the footprint of the company. So ang ginagamit din nila doon is yung, syempre, yung recycled materials na din nila, which is actually isa din sa way para din ma-promote nila yung ano nila, na eco-friendly sila. So in conclusion, the principles of reduce, reuse, and recycle in IT systems play a crucial role in driving sustainability while enhancing efficiency. By minimizing resource consumption, repurposing existing technologies, and reclaiming materials, organizations can significantly reduce their environmental footprint. Companies like Intel and Google demonstrates that integrating this practice not only supports eco-friendly initiatives, which gives them good PR, but also leads to cost saving and innovation. As technology continues to evolve, embracing the 3 Rs in IT will be essential for shaping a greener, more responsible digital future. This in turn ensures that the future generation can continue to enjoy the benefits afforded by information technology. And with that po, I am finishing my report po about green IT and sustainable information systems.
Thank you so much, sir. No? Sustainable information system go beyond just the hardware. No? They focus on designing, managing, and using information system in a way that balances technological advancement with ecological and social responsibility. This could mean developing software that consume less processing power or cloud systems that optimize server usage to reduce waste. No? A practical example in our country is the government push for digital transaction and cloud-based document storage, which help cut down paper use and physical transportation. Businesses also benefit economically, no, since sustainable system often lead to reduce operational costs and improve public perception. No? So, embracing green IT and sustainable information system is not only about doing what's right for the environment, it's also a smart business move. Consumers are increasingly supporting brands that are committed to sustainability, and regulations are tightening, no, around carbon emissions and electronic waste. No? Syempre, companies that act now can gain a competitive edge, no, future-proof their operations, and inspire a culture of responsibility among employees. Whether it's a startup implementing virtual collaboration tools to avoid travel or a university setting up solar-powered IT labs, every step toward greener technology contributes to a healthier planet. Okay? So, thank you so much.